The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And right now, folks, okay, we get another day with some lots of red out here in the marketplace. We get the Dow Industrials off $1.19 right now. You get the Nasdaq down 28. S&Ps are off 12. And inside that texture, which is really pretty wild, the IBB hasn't fallen apart. The IBB is up 5, and the Nasdaq is getting whacked big time. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You see the banner on the top or on the side. You can hit the banner, bring the program up, bring the exchange up. You'll see how this trades every Wednesday, Thursday. I'm Mr. Darrell Martin. Has a great show, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. We do the show on Friday mornings, and Darrell is, I believe, racing with his daughter out there today.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He's not here, unfortunately, because we have some volatility, and he loves talking about premium, and I'm sure he's talking about premium right now if he were here.
No doubt. And, you know, Tommy and I have been talking about this week in particular the amount of equities, folks. So picture this. The indices are still at highs. You know, I mean, we're off the highs, but really at highs, okay? But the amount of equities that have fallen out of bed in an extraordinary way are absolutely huge.
Yeah.
And it hasn't changed this morning. We're talking about big companies. We're not talking about, you know, a pump and dump dollar company, okay? This morning, you get Fossil Group down 31% in one day, down $16, 31%.
And we were just looking at them.
We were, and they were already down bad before this, okay? But 31% down. You have Nordstrom, which is a great store, down 16%. You have, let's see, Chipotle's down another 2. You got, Ultra Salon's finally getting hit. That's down 10%. You know what's funny is that one of the trade tigers in the Tigers Den yesterday, he was saying Ultra's next. I should have looked at Ultra yesterday.
Ulta,
Ultra Salon. So that's down 10%. That's down $17.
So, yeah, they say salon. That's really a big. Do you know those stores?
Yeah,
you know, they're enormous. Yeah, they're not a salon. They're a makeup.
They're right. They sell salon
Cosmetics.
Products. Right. Yeah. Huge. You know.
When you say salon product, I mean, yeah, they sell cosmetics, in my opinion. I don't know what.
Oh, hair products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of makeup, though. Right?
Oh yeah, there is. They make up anything and everything for women's looking good. Right? I mean, that's what it is.
I mean, their stores are enormous.
Yeah, they are.
But you can see that would be right next to Macy's and Nordstrom. I mean, if you're not going to Macy's, you're not going to Ulta.
No doubt.
I'm sure.
F5 Networks is down 4.5. You got Baidu's down 2. Big deal, but big numbers, man. You know, big numbers.
So how about Alibaba with $14 billion, like we were talking about on Singles Day, and the stock's down as they take in $14 billion in one day.
That's amazing. There's no doubt.
You want to talk about owning a company that takes in $14 billion one day, and when it does, market's going to be like, you're not worth as much as we thought you were yesterday.
Right. And that's intense. There's no doubt, because, you know, when you do take a look at that, so, you know, Alibaba's trading at $76.50. And, you know, it's showing me here that you're paying $17 per dollar of earnings, 17 to 1, which, if that would be correct, that's very inexpensive for something that's growing at...
if it can be the Amazon of China, right?
Exactly. You know, it's pretty amazing. They probably have a lot of challenges. I expect they get a lot of challenges because of the aspect of doing business in China is still challenging. You know, what they did...
I would be suspect with putting a lot of money into that company, because you really probably can't be sure of everything going on within that company like you can an American company, the way That's my take on if you're killing it in China.
I think that's 8,000% right.
Yeah. It's not like it's Russia, but it's not like it's America either.
Well, check this out. And the reason I'm saying that, folks, is this, okay? This is what's really wild, okay? Coming across the tape this morning, right? Listen to this. This is crazy. Let me see if it's still here. There it is, right there. Okay. China, okay? So what has happened, folks, is this. The downdraft in China was so bad, okay, that, and what had happened, just to give you some, background on it, the government of China was saying to people, last year, hey, buy the stock market, it's going to go up, it's going to go up. The government, okay? Bottom line, that, the stock market goes up. Then all of a sudden it falls apart. Well, as it falling apart, what they were doing, they were putting people in jail that were going short the market. They stopped trading in over 40% of the stocks, right? This morning what they did, you can see this right here. The top, the vice chair, China Probes, the market's watchdog vice chair, so they're putting everyone in jail
throw that up there.
that has anything to do with the stock market.
Yeah, he's the vice chair of the regulatory board. That's what, right.
And so what the story is this morning is that China's top graft buster announced an investigation into a senior official of the nation's security regulator on Friday as the government deepens its crackdown on the financial industry in the wake of a $5 trillion sell-off. Yao Gang, one of 4 vice chairmen of the China Security Regulatory Commission, is under investigation for alleged serious disciplinary violations. He's going to jail, man, and we'll never see him again.
Yeah, you don't know. On this kid, you don't know, though. I mean, that could be part of the corruption. I mean, that could be a legitimate one. Listen, short selling, no?
No, it can't. Listen, I know it could be.
There's two sides to that, in terms of, so, how are these companies running game on the market if the regulatory board isn't complicit? That would be my take on that. Of course that guy's probably playing games if the market's really what we think it is in terms of, if regulations were doing their job, then there wouldn't be shenanigans being run on the earnings and the. That's my take.
Yeah. See, my take is that they, you get the government running the market up, and fear and greed. People run it up and say, okay, that's good. We get to higher price, and then when things blow up, people just think that governments are bigger than the markets, and they're not. Listen, our government did the same thing. During 2007, 2008, our government said you can't short banks anymore. So
but that's very different from the regulatory board vice chairman getting probed.
Oh yeah, no, I understand.
They're two completely different things in terms of a corruption deal.
Right.
Because
I understand.
It's one organization going after the other in the Chinese government, but it is the area that's supposed with graft, which is.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. And let's go to Mike in Dallas. Oh, Mike's not on the phone. He was asking why the IBB was up $5. So this is when we were starting the program. I was saying the same thing to Tommy. I says, look at this, man. That the Nasdaq is down 40 points, and the IBB was up 5, and the IBB hasn't fallen apart. And as we're talking, the IBB is starting to fall apart. But as a couple of tigers were saying inside the den, that they thought that the aspect of the IBB was safe. It's like. It's just deviance, folks.
Sure.
It's a deviant move. That's what it comes down to. If we do go over to the NDX 100, what you're going to see inside the NDX, it's getting hit hard with this volume coming in it. But all the leaders inside the NDX out here today are in the IBB space. You got Illumina is up $8.42. Well, actually, 2 of them. Vertex Pharmaceutical is up $3. REGN. Let's just see where REGN is up. That's down. So what I expect you're going to see here is that as we go through the day, the IBB is going to give it up too, because this market out here in particular is getting nasty, and the NDX 100 is coming down fast and furious, and it's already into that large bar. So when you break out, which the NDX and the S&Ps did, and you fail on that breakout, it's a big number. Now. If we go over to the Nadex platform, okay, what's going to be kind of interesting here is this. Let's pull this up, because natural gas is coming out with this numbers at 10:30. I was looking at this morning. I just might have to go into that natural gas market, because I was looking at the risk and reward inside. So picture this. In the natural gas market, folks, okay, the the volatility, when this baby comes out is going to be very large. That's kind of how it shakes out. But I was looking at the aspect as to, and this is where this gets pretty cool. You see that 230 to 2.30 to 2.
Yep. That's
Listen, all the volatility is going to be in this market at 10:30 in the morning. And the risk versus the reward.
I see. So you could even go, I had the 10 till noon. Would you go the 9 to 11 maybe then?
I think I had the 10 to noon too, but let me see it, because it was a very small risk that I had. It was like $40. Every contract was like only $25 to make.
Would you be buying it or selling it?
I'd be buying it. Yeah, $30.
No.
And it's never. I don't. So
and where are you in market right now?
You're at 23186.
Okay.
Now that's a lot. So that let's see, 2331. It's not that much, man. You're giving up 233, 31, 30. No, you're only giving up 2 ticks, man. You're giving up 12 ticks, really.
Yeah.
Which normally would be a lot.
There's a little bit of a spread there.
Yeah.
In the bid and the offer.
Oh, no, there is. Yeah. There is. But what I expect you're going to have there is that when that 1030 number comes out, what happens with the natural gas, it spikes both ways many times.
Sure.
So during the break, I think I'll look closer at that. I'm going to put something on, but I'll put the sell in too.
Sure.
We're going to be coming right back, folks. This is Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And you get a Friday morning, and you get a lot of action out here. The Dow's down 151, the Nasdaq's up 55, the S&Ps are down 16.5. We're going to be right back. Okay.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow down 137, Nasdaq's off 47, S&Ps are down 14, and someone just front-run me in that gas market.
Yeah, you're gonna get into it, and it popped a little bit, and so you're thinking maybe you'll just hold off.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this thing shakes out at 10:30, because the risk versus the reward is still pretty good. But when I was first in this, it was $25 risk per contract. Then it went up to 30. Then it went up to 40. Now it's 37 per contract. I want to see how this thing shakes out, though.
Yeah. So to put it, I mean, we're going over it at the break. So the spread is 2.3 to 2.5.
Right.
We're trading right now pretty close to the bottom of the spread.
Yes.
2.3267. So with you can call it every thousandth of a point.
Yeah.
Really, is a dollar,
right? Yeah.
Right. So every tenth of a point is going to be $10.
Right.
Every 100 point is going to be $100, and that's
Right.
why the spread is 2.2. So it's a 200-point spread. And yeah, I mean, you know, what to realize is the premium you're paying, and you're paying about a hundredth of a point, which would be $10 out of your 200.
It goes from
spread.
when we were looking at it at the break, it was going from like 10 to 12 bucks.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you can see. So
Yeah.
I'm clicking on the offer for bid
Yeah.
prices right now, and it's telling me my max loss is 38. Now, if you were doing it the other way, as you were selling it, your max profit's 26. So that's kind of your spread right there, 26 to 38.
And the cool thing is, folks, is that if you're trading this, okay, what happens in the natural gas market is that it's $10,000 a penny.
Yeah. Now, just to go over this, so you were saying, though, that you're only looking for it to go up to about 2.2357. Yeah.
Right.
So
that's what I'm looking for.
Now, you might not, and that's what we went over, which is maybe why you didn't do it, and I'm just going over it for the people watching, is that you're not looking for a move up to the top of that spread.
No.
So you're going to be paying 10 to 12, call it cents, per premium.
Right.
And you're only looking for like 25 to 35 thousandths of a point of that move.
That's right.
And so you're not going to get the full move because it's not at the middle. There's still going to be premium. It's going to be moving slower because there's, it's not, the underlying is there, but there's a lot of premium in that, which is not going to go away instantly.
And when it jumps the other side, I'm going to lose some of that.
Right.
Right. That's the point that you want to wrap your head around, folks, okay?
Yeah. So, it's something.
And what does happen is we'll see where this spikes. The cool thing about natural gas.
Yeah, we're close, 1027.
What seems to happen quite a bit is that it spikes both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yesterday with the oil, when numbers do that, those numbers, the oil numbers, and the gold, there was spike for sure.
Spike. So, many times, inside the Nadex platform, that defined risk helps you tremendously.
Right, for sure. Especially when it's something like this, where you don't mind putting on I mean, that's obviously something that can pop to at least 2.4, where 2.4 even right now you'd be tripling your money.
Oh yeah.
In terms of, you know what I mean? You don't have to get the full 2.5
no doubt.
move.
And if you were a bear on it, it can go the other way just
And
as
there's
quick.
other spreads near that. We're looking at the spread that would be optimal if you wanted a pop and wanted that high risk reward.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
But because my take on this is that you will get that move 5-10 minutes. For a half hour, this thing will be highly volatile. It'll go back and forth. Then we'll see which side of it you want to get.
And I'm sure as you get more sophisticated, you could do some double-legged stuff, which
for sure
is always fun
For
talking
sure.
to Darrell about. He's got a good handle on that.
There's no doubt. And what seems to happen is that inside these commodity runs, the spreads, they're pretty cool. They stay tight. That's tight. $10 to $12 is tight for natural gas.
And it's not bad in the context of you have a 200-point spread, $200 spread, and so you're only paying about $10 in premium for that entire 200-point spread with, and that's the premium you're paying with that big of a risk reward.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's creeping back down from that move, so it'll be interesting as it comes back.
It is. And, what we're doing, folks, is that we're going right into where there was a spike high yesterday. Yesterday at noontime, you had a spike high inside the natural gas contract. It, got up into there, then it gave it up again. It's been giving it up for quite a while, so... we'll see where the reward is versus the risk.
It's pulled back. It might get to maybe you'll buy it during the break.
Well,
it's crept back down to 32. You got a minute, right?
Yeah, I got a minute.
Okay,
you got a minute.
That's an interesting spike as it spikes back down, coming right into their release.
And if we let me pull NGZ5. Let me just look at this just for a second. You stay right there, folks.
We'll be back.
We'll be coming back. Tom O'Brien, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow up 147, Nasdaq's up 40. Nasdaq's down. I'm so used to saying up. Down 150, down 46, and down 15. We're going to be right back, folks.
If you're looking for a great opportunity to diversify your financial portfolio and hedge against the falling stock market, consider the new market-safe Metals Hedge CD from Everbank. This 5-year indexed U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to metals with gold and silver components and allows you to hedge against falling equities with a short component on the SPY ETF. You can earn up to 45% capped upside payment at maturity if gold and silver increase in value and the SPY ETF decreases across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on the CD. Don't let fallen markets get you down. Get the Metals Hedge CD. The November 12th funding deadline is quickly approaching, so hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 147. Nasdaq's off 51. S&Ps are down 16. If we do go over to that natural gas, bottom line is that you got the volatility out there. We get down to about, 231. You're at 232.66 right now. And it looks like it was the same as last week. 49 BCF versus 49. And it looks
to go over, it was 49 versus the expected 49 versus the prior week at 52.
At
It
52.
was versus the expected.
So
The estimate.
Yeah. And technically the way this setup is, I expect it's going to go higher. The reason why, folks, is that natural gas itself is highly volatile. They couldn't bust it down. That's the bottom line.
I mean, they came out, so we were talking about it. It went right to the bottom of almost where that spread is that we were looking at.
It did.
So right now, the same thing, if you were going to buy it to go long, you'd be risking $34, getting in at $334, which is you're risking $34, and your potential profit of $186. But when this spiked all the way down here, you probably could have gotten in. Now, this is interesting to look at. So it went all the way almost to 2.3. And you could have gotten in at about 17. So you'd be paying $17 in premium in a 200-point spread. That's something to be aware of. You're almost paying 10% of the spread at that point in simply premium. But it was interesting how it spiked down, and it was only there for about a couple minutes, a minute or two.
And that's a good setup on a longer-term basis, folks. That's because gas has got killed forever. So it's like, okay, man, you filled it up again, meaning that's still a lot of storage, putting stuff in storage, so we'll see where that shakes out.
Just to mention, we're always pulling these up, and you're jumping back to Bloomberg. Nadex has great charts, and
I know, they're live.
They're
and
live.
You're not paying. So check this out, folks. You're not paying for that quote, and they're expensive.
I do it all the time. I do, in terms of pulling it up. Now, there's some funky stuff happening with these. With natural gas, I'm not sure, but hourly, daily, technical analysis, drawing on them.
Huge.
So you can get that all right in the demo. Go there, check it out, download it.
They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can see how these contracts trade.
I mean, what's nice is, we do the show on Friday. In terms of spreads, those are always great on a daily basis, but looking at the binaries, which is what people love to play with when you start doing the demo.
Yes.
I really like the weekly binaries too.
No,
so you want to play with those in the beginning of the week, and you have 4 or 5 days. It's a weekly option.
And in a highly volatile market, it's awesome.
Exactly.
That's where this shakes out, folks. Okay, you get a market that just kind of stays at the same level, and you get a vehicle that does spike. So it's like, okay,
If you like options at all, it's a similar way to approach things from a weekly basis, from a daily basis, from an hourly basis, from the 20-minute basis,
No doubt.
right? Yeah.
Now, let's go over, and we had a question. There's a couple questions, and what the questions were, Mike from Dallas had the question, and so didn't one of our Tigers in the Den. The question was about how the heck is the IBB, up $5, when in fact the whole market is down.
I have to say it's cool too. As I sat down to start the show, right? What were you saying to me before we even started? You said, "Check this out."
Exactly.
I mean, it is
right.
That's the type of stuff that it'd be better if more people heard about that stuff going on.
It's important.
Yeah.
Okay. So now watch what it is, folks. Okay, ILMN is the juice inside the
No.
Is the juice inside the IBB. What's going on here is that this stock is a mess, okay? Bottom line, it's down from $240.
But it's not a mess today,
It's
right?
not a mess today. The reason it's not a mess today is it's going in the S&P 500. So what's happened here, I know, isn't this cool?
Yeah.
Because what's cool about this, folks, is this. So watch this. It definitely has the right to be up, because what ends up happening is that the S&P, the SPY themselves, they have to buy it, okay, to go in there, because Sigma Aldrich is going out of it.
Right.
But also what ends up happening is that there are so many other funds that mimic the S&P 500, they have to buy it.
Sure.
Does that matter in the long term? No, not even close, okay? Right. Because what you do have is that, those equities are off their high, and they have some juice on the way down. And the kicker, this is the kicker. The kicker is that the NASDAQ is down that much without the IBB falling apart.
Yeah.
The NASDAQ's down 1%, then the IBB, folks, is the leader in the NASDAQ.
Right.
So just have some patience.
They're very fortunate that the IBB is doing good things today, right?
You know what?
That could be.
It always seems like there's something.
I know.
No,
I agree with that.
It's so cool. No, I love what you just said.
You know what? There's always something until there's that day that it's not. Like we had
exactly.
In August, right?
Listen,
it's like that's when there wasn't anything, when everybody was bad.
There's no doubt, man. And what happens is that depending on what type of conviction you have, whether the market's going up or down, I personally think that that's important, understanding that.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Because what happens, folks, is that technically you can be totally set up, but I think what also ends up happening, you have to keep common sense into this whole aspect. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what's going on?
Sure.
And the weighting structures, which we talk about a lot, are crucial to understand. Because, like right there, everyone's head is twisted. With the right, everyone's head should be twisted.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, how is that up? Well, that's up because guess what? They have to buy it,
So what happened with JCPenney? They just came out with earnings too recently?
JCP,
I saw them coming across. I'm just curious
So what's going on with JCP is this, okay? This stock has got hammered forever. If we take a look at this and put this on a 10-year, what you're going to see is that,
they had the whole deal with the Apple guy coming in to run it, right?
Exactly.
And changing everything. And he's out now, and they're getting back to their sales. And
they are. And they lost less money. Excuse me, folks. They lost less money.
Turned around at least.
Right. And
they have a long way to go, obviously.
They have a long way to go. I mean, the stock went from $90 down to $7.
And they obviously, can you see what the news is on what their numbers actually were?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I was curious because no matter what they probably came out with, if Macy's, if Ulta, no matter what, I mean, they're all in the malls. They're all in the same place practically.
Yes. Their comp still is, let's take a look. So their sales forecast is up 4 to 5%. After reporting third quarter comp sales were up 6.4%. Now, for them, that's huge. I mean, because their comp sales were going down dramatically on a continual basis.
No matter what, if you're growing, you'll be okay.
It stops the bleeding.
Right,
It stops the bleeding. Their gross margin, let's see, free cash flow, negative $324 million. Ooh, that's intense, man. Imagine.
Okay, but and then I'm just going to that's a big number, of course. But they adjusted loss per share 47 cents
versus 56
versus an estimated loss of 56.
Right.
So they beat by 10 cents.
Right. And their revenue is higher.
The revenue's higher, barely, but higher.
But higher.
On the higher end of the range.
Right. So with
higher gross margin by 0.4%.
Right.
So that's nice.
No, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's It's huge in the context of stopping the bleeding.
Right, no matter what. If you're not losing, I mean, that was a company that was on its way out of business.
Oh, big time, man. Big time. And let's just look at, and you're still talking, when you can go up any type of percentage and you're talking about a $12 billion company, that's big money.
Sure.
You know, that can,
I mean, so look at it there. 2012, they were taking in over 17 billion. 2014, they were under 12.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quick,
intense.
That's a quick 33% cut in your total take too.
Yeah.
That's
heavy, man.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. That is.
That could be a buy at that price if they turn things around.
Yeah.
I'm just talking myself and not like even a trader. I mean, I like that store. And you know, when you get to the mall, a lot of places have great clothes.
So let's just take a look at it on a daily. So
you know, it's come back so hard, and if they're actually growing.
That's August 24th. It's going after.
And you know, they do well in an economy that, and I don't want to say like struggling, but you know, they're somewhere where every consumer can shop for a good deal.
I don't think I've ever. I'm sure I've been in one.
I think I mean, they're at West Shore Mall down here. They're not like a Marshalls.
Do they
know?
sell
and I love
everything?
Marshalls too.
Okay.
But they're a department store that has, you know, good clothes at a decent price.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here.
They should send me a gift card for that. I don't know. That was a good promo.
Yeah, totally. That's a fact, man. That was a double banger. That was a banger on the stock and on the store.
Well, I'm only going off the fact that I do think I've shopped there, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking at it as much on that one, on like the stock or the chart.
Oh, no, I'm with you. No, I know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You get Big Blue. Look at that. Big Blue continues down. That's down 78 cents, 132.26. Walmart's down 41. We got to look at Walmart, man. This is just, you know, I mean, I expect Walmart to go much lower.
See, and this is the other one. I'd flip it around the other way, and I'd be like, just from not even looking at the chart, I'm like, I go to Amazon. I never go to Walmart. And we talked about, I bought my 2 TVs in my last apartment off of Walmart because they were doing that deal. This year, where'd I buy them? 2 years, last year, Amazon, both of them.
I know.
That's just me on simple TV purchases. Thousands of dollars transferred from Walmart in 2 simple purchases, and really they're one. I bought living room and a bedroom TV, and they were both like 7-8 years apart. Walmart 7-8 years ago. Last year, Amazon.
And you know what? If you look at the aspect of the amount of what would you call that discretionary money that you're spending. That's a huge percentage.
Right. Yeah, I don't make those purchases often.
Exactly.
Right. No,
exactly.
Right. That's important to grab those.
Yeah.
But as technology goes, we're talking about now, it's like, you know, I went and I had to down a good Vizio on the lower, you know, nothing crazy, and they have the best deals on everything, no matter what kind of TV you're buying.
I know.
10,000, 20,000. I mean,
pretty amazing. It really is. Let's go take a look at.
Supernatural. Look at it. We got a little pop.
Oh, look at that, baby. That's a beautiful thing. I'm digging that.
I mean, that's where those swings, if you get in there, download the Nadex demo, play with these, get used to, you know, how the premium moves. Because on this spread, I mean, this is what's cool. So it's trading at 353.
Yeah.
So again, you're looking at, you know, now we're talking about where you can still get in at 40, and you're paying less premium than you were before the news, obviously.
Yeah. And see, now what's cool about that is that what you said earlier, that when I was going to buy that, and that's one of the reasons I didn't, because when I was going to sell on the other side, I was going to lose some of that premium.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And it's still volatile. Look at it.
No, which it will be. I like how this is set up, though. This is a good little setup at Lowe's, you know, because that.
Yeah, anytime you can be around that area.
This.
And that's what I was looking at JCPenney in the same deal. It's like anytime you're around that area, I wouldn't own it forever because who knows, the company barely just turned themselves around. But, you know, it's a $7.50 stock. You give yourself a stop of $1 or something like that.
Yep. A couple dollars is easy.
Right,
no,
exactly.
I know what you're saying.
You know?
On smaller price stocks, there's no doubt. All they have to do is get it going for a couple quarters.
Right.
Oh.
And that you've seen, that's a big deal that they went from 18 to 12 billion and now they're back to maybe growing a little bit.
Right. And the numbers are out.
And they beat their estimates when Macy's was just like, you know, we are not even close. So tie that all together, you know?
I can't wait to go
It's
shopping.
not easy. I mean, imagine being JC. I know, I'm excited to go to Macy's. But, you know, imagine being like Macy's is going to get hurt because they can't get people into their stores. It's like, man, that's got to be a battle to reach your numbers then because you're not far off on that same person.
Oh,
Yeah,
totally.
they're just doing a good job. That's what they have to be.
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt about that. The aspect of it blows my mind that these large companies can actually do as much business as they can do, and how do you run that? How does a CEO run a company?
What's especially, there's so much, and even JCPenney. So that, to talk about a mentality shift, and that was had to be the scariest thing inside that boardroom in terms of saying, the public press, everything of how abysmal everything was going.
Right.
That they had to have, to get people back in the stores. It's a lot more difficult than just keeping people coming to you.
Oh,
You have to literally shift their mentality.
Right.
So that's the biggest part I see from that turnaround. That it's like you somehow, shifted that mentality and got more people to come back than left.
Because it's what? Because JCPenney always has done sales.
Driven by
right?
sales, yeah.
It seems like everyone does sales.
I agree.
I won't buy anything if it's not on sale.
I agree. So
Not even when I'm shopping.
and that gets
Food shopping.
No, everything. I buy one get one consistently. Right.
Especially if and paper goods, sauces.
Yeah.
We saw my house the other night.
I did. The condiment king.
Tommy opens the fridge, and we have so many condiments, folks. It's insane because we like hot sauces. So we get every kind of, and it's so funny because I was shopping the other night.
It's all bottles.
It is all bottles. And the other night,
You're buying like 3 bottles of stuff.
I did because
you
they're
have
all,
to. I don't know where
because they don't go bad. So it's like okay, and what happens is that
3 bottles every trip to the store. And that's how I can see that.
But you know what happens is that when you feel like you take one out, I feel like I got it for free. And if you do that all the time, percentage-wise, that's good money.
We saying you get like a buy one get one or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. I just bought some Tabasco sauce. They had buy one get one, like A1 sauce, buy one get one.
Crazy.
For that steaks.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Dow is off $137. You get the Nasdaq off 50. S&Ps are off 14. Now, if we go overseas, folks, and overseas last night got smoked. You had Asia. Asia was down good. You had Shanghai off 1.4. The Shenzhen, which is in China, that was down 2.3. Hang Seng was off 2.5. Europe out here today got some decent numbers. You get the DAX down 1%. The CAT in France is down 1.3, and the FTSE is down 1.1. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back. Tommy O'Brien. My dad had to step out for the last segment, so I'm going to finish it up. The Dow's down 139, NASDAQ's down 51, S&P's down 15, and let's go back to the Nadex platform real quick. So we were looking at natural gas the whole time. Here's the chart, and obviously it is popping. It's at 2360, 360 on the high side. So looking at the same spread that we were looking at, now you'll see that it's approaching where it's at about 57. So right now you could have sold this at 54. So when we were looking at it in the morning, it was at about 32. It spiked down to about $17 you couldn't have gotten into right as the numbers came out. And now it's up at about 23.57. I had been referencing some of what you can do in their charts. So just real quickly going over the top. Again, you get these in the demo. You can download it, go right to our site, click on the Nadex banner. You get $25,000 in money. And take a look at these charts. I mean, they're live. You have natural gas, oil, gold, corn, copper, silver, let alone the indices, Forex. And with that, you know, you're talking about Fibonacci drawing, all of this stuff right in here, deleting it. So there's a lot you can play with. Same thing if we just go in and take a look at oil. Now oil, we'll just look at the dailies. The oils expire at 2:30, and oil's been taking a beating this week. Now, myself, the charts alone are worth downloading the demo. Check it out. You'll see how these premiums work. And what's great about the volatility is, like we talked about, I mean, look at some of these charts. This is a 4-hour. Let's go to a daily. You're talking about a trading range that you might have building here from whether it's 38, 40, up to 48. And today, I mean, that's a big downward move, and it'll be interesting to see. I mean, look at this chart. We're coming into an area here, and this is an area where maybe next week it's going to challenge it, and it'll be interesting to see down here, 37,765, and even zooming in closer. I mean, we're going all the way back to the beginning of the year, but we're going to challenge that level next week. Now, what's interesting, like I talked about, you can download the demo. And the weekly binaries, now I'm in the spreads right here for commodities, you can see. Going back to the chart, we have indices, binary spreads, Forex, binary spreads, commodities, binary spreads. Now, spreads run on a daily basis. They don't have weekly spreads. But for binaries, they do have the weeklies. And what we'll see going into crude, now the weeklies today, they're going to be expiring today. And you'll see that what happens, here's the selection that you have. There's been so much action, as in downward movement in the price of oil through this week, that the higher priced binary strike points, those are going to have no market, basically because there's no way that oil's closing above 47, 46. There's no market even below about 42.75. And that's because realistically there's not going to be a buyer and a seller on a binary option that's geared around a 42.75 price point when oil right now is trading near $40, 46.63. So the binaries will get out of whack if there's a lot of price movement, but they're not out of whack come Monday usually because they get set as oil opens for the week. So download the demo of the weekend, play with the platform, get used to it, and I encourage you to check it out on Monday because that's the time that I like to look at all of these if you're looking at binaries especially. When you're expecting volatility, when you want to give yourself some room to not get stopped out, there's some great risk-reward plays on binaries, and in the same way, when you're not expecting volatility, and the market is, you can use those binaries to absorb premium, and that's another way that you can play these in the same way. Thanks for joining us. It's Friday. We have Basil Chapman coming up. We have Nico at noon. We have Steve Rhodes, Dave White, my dad back this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Download that demo and come back and check us out next week. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.